Well, hey everybody, it's Dalton. I am back out here at Lake San Antonio. I will be bouncing back and forth between Nacimiento and here throughout the fall. And I've enjoyed this lake. I've enjoyed both lakes. I went out the other day to Nacimiento and just really rocked them, had a great time. Today, it started out kind of rough for me. I kept getting hung up. I wound up doing a cast with a square bill, hit my mortar and broke the square bill, and then had a monster backlash. And I had to sit down and get that backlash out, cut some line out. It took me a while. This was the rod that did it. I still got plenty of line in there, but you know, it's just one of those things. I had to stop and fix it. So one of the baits that worked really good for me today, again, is the rock crawler, the Spro rock crawler. This is the only one I have left. I have some coming in today that I ordered. Doesn't do me any good right now. And the particular color of this one is called Cellmate. It's a shad colored, you know, crankbait. So I got some more coming. I lost 3 the other day at Lake Nacimiento. I don't do that very often, but I wound up doing it. And when I get a little bit of wind, maybe a little cloud cover, it was foggy this morning, I get around the rocks and I would catch them around the rocks, just banging those rocks. There we go. So once that kind of wore itself out, things became very calm. They wouldn't hit the crankbait anymore. I went to, you know, out here it's kind of tough. If you're gonna fish a Ned rig out here, guys, you know, you can fish it, you know, with an exposed hook if you're out away from stuff. But if you try to get up in stuff with an exposed hook, you're gonna get a lot of break off. So what I did was I took an owner. This is an owner Ned head, but it has a 1/0 extra wide gap hook. And I put a June bug. That's been the color for me so far going into fall. I put a June bug, just regular Z-Man TRD worm. And all I did with this thing, really, I went to some shallow water to see what it would look like on this head. It's actually really cool. It looks like, to me, it looks like a bug. It looks like a bug just crawling along the water. I mean, it's very enticing looking. If I was a fish, I'd take it. And it worked out really good. I started getting some good bites, you know, some fun bites on that. So what's happening here is I'm catching most of these bass in these rocks. I fished in other areas, but I didn't get hardly any bites. I get in these rocks. I started with a crankbait, and then that did, you know, that stopped working. And then now I'm throwing a weedless approach to a Ned rig. There we go. He must have taken this one on the fall here, because I mean, immediately there was weight, and I could feel that soft weight, and I just set the hook. That's what he did. He was out a little ways, probably about 20 feet of water. I'm catching them in all different ranges right now. Up by the bank line, out around 20 feet. So it's just kind of catching them all over the place. And I'm moving a lot today as well. So, you know, I'll catch a little handful of them in an area, and then all of a sudden that area will just die off. I haven't really run into any big schools today, but I'm having fun catching fish. So that's pretty much my day. I will definitely, you know, throw a Ned rig a lot. I mean, I will catch the face off them with a Ned rig. It's just one of my favorite techniques. I've been working on my technique, my Ned rig technique, for a long time. There's just some things that I'm doing with the Ned rig that seem to work for me. Sometimes a heavier weight, sometimes a lighter weight, sometimes one that's weedless or not weedless, sometimes 4 to 6 pound test, sometimes 8 to 10 pound test. It really depends on the circumstances. So real quick, let me give you some info here. Right now it's about noon, and I'm gonna do some more fishing, but it's 74 degrees as far as the surface of the water. When I got out here this morning, it was probably around 72, so it is starting to cool down a little bit. The water clarity is really good. In fact, you can see pretty much about 2.5 to 3 feet, and in some areas even more than that. So not a problem with the fish seeing you know, what you're throwing. But this June bug, guys, I got to tell you, the June bug is great. I went to make some baits yesterday at the house. My microwave broke. So tomorrow I got to go get a new microwave. So I had some really good baits I wanted to use out here. I just couldn't get them made. So it happens. I've had that microwave for a long time. You know, one of those $40 Walmart ones. But it served its purpose. Well, anyway, I appreciate you all. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoy this report. The fish are biting out here at Lake San Antonio. I'll talk to you next time.